Lucas Seifert. Lucas? Lucas is managing director at H&M. He started his H&M career in 1994 working in a store while he was at university. He's held various positions in the company before becoming managing director in 2009. And Lucas will tell us how fast fashion can be sustainable. Please, Lucas.
Thank you. I should say managing director here in Norway. H&M is a global fashion company. We have over 3,200 stores and 115,000 employees. And today, I'd like to talk to you about 3 topics, just briefly in this 5 minutes that we have. First of all, is sustainability on the agenda? And it's one of the questions of today. I'd say absolutely. If I had to answer, one of the biggest differences in my job between now and just 5 years ago, it's that today, every week, and almost every day, sustainability is something that I discuss with employees and also with customers. We also have sustainability targets and goals in every part of our company. That means that in Norway, all of our 102 stores, they set their own goals on how to reduce our impact on the environment. And we follow up these goals alongside other key figures, such as results and turnover. So sustainability is on the agenda, and it's very, very important. Second, taking a larger perspective, H&M as a global company, in order to make a real difference, we need to work the whole value chain, which is why we set the same types of actions and goals on each part of this value chain. Things like making the right choice in the design process, but also working towards being chemical-free in production are issues that we work with, and all the way through to the customer perspective. So in order to really make a difference, you do need to be relevant in each part of this process. I myself visited Bangladesh just last year and was in our production office in Dhaka, where we have 450 people working to improve workers' rights and worker safety. And it was really, I must say, I was proud leaving Bangladesh with a shirt made in Bangladesh, because change is really happening. My third point is where we need to go from here as a whole industry. We've been living in a linear economy, which means we use raw materials that we produce, transport, sell, and throw away. That's not going to work for the future. We have to find a way where we will go from this linear economy to a circular economy, closing the loop system, where recycling is a natural part of what we do, so that we can continue to grow financially and economically, provide jobs, provide welfare, education, and so on, but at the same time use less raw materials and use less energy. Now, this is actually, it is possible in part today. These jeans that I have here, they're made from 20% recycled textile fibers, which means that any customer can walk into an H&M store today and give back garments that they've used, and they will go into a closed-the-loop system. Now, anything which cannot be made new textile fibers out of can be given a second life as either a cleaning cloth or insulation in the car industry or in other forms. So the idea of breaking the curve of usage of raw materials and putting it back into the loop is really how the industry needs to move forward. And that's why things like the Garment Collecting Initiative and recycling garments is such an important step for us and for the whole industry. If I was to add a fourth part to this, it would be us as consumers. What can we do? Over 30% of the greenhouse gases that are connected to the life cycle of a garment actually come from the user phase. And that means us using our garments. And simple things like washing in 30 degrees instead of 60, or not dry cleaning unless it's absolutely necessary, can actually make a big difference. So as a consumer, buy sustainable, but also use sustainably before putting back into the loop and being part of the circular economy rather than a linear one. So those are some of the issues we're working with and that we believe are key to continue economic growth without using more raw materials. I'd like to, so quick summary with just 1 minute left. Are we heading in the right direction? Absolutely. Sustainability is on the top of the agenda. Number 2, you need to work in the whole value chain in order to make a real difference for both planet and people. And number 3, stop the use or the excessive use of raw materials and find a way to recycle and close the loop so that we can continue to provide economic growth together with a sustainable way of production. I'd like to leave you with a quote from our CEO that I think shows well the direction that H&M is taking and where we would like to be a couple of years from now. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lucas. Just take a seat in the panel,
Perfect.
please.